Welcome to our newest installment of Strangest Locations.
Today we're going to talk about Hoia Forest in Romania.
In Romania, there's this crazy forest. It's 729 acres of a beautiful common recreation destination with diverse flora and fauna, including rare and endangered species. This place is full of green forests and rolling hills and sparkling streams. It's quite the beautiful place. But
it makes its debut as a strangest location due to having a little bit of everything by way of paranormal. Like haunted, check. Aliens, check. Urban legends, cryptids, everything. So, like, where do we even start?
Right. Well, we can start with this. The forest was named after a shepherd, right? This guy is a shepherd with his flock. And he goes into the forest, disappears. Boom. It's a mystery. So, after he mysteriously disappears, there's another legend of a little girl who goes missing in the forest as well. 5 years later, she comes out, hasn't aged, looks the same clothes, and has no memory of what happened to her. So she just like, I went into the forest, I disappeared, I came out, and I'm the same.
That's wild.
That's creepy. So, over 1,000 people, it's been estimated, have gone missing in this forest. So, I mean, if you think about 729 acres, isn't really that much for a
forest.
For a forest. I mean, it's pretty big. That's
It's
a
big.
huge tract of land, but it's, it's not crazy. So...
in the heart of the forest, there's a clearing where no vegetation grows at all. And scientists and researchers have come from all over the world to test the soil and research the area. And they don't know why it's happening. They've come up with no answers for it. That's wild to me as well. And some speculate that barren area is some kind of portal.
Right, that would make sense. Like if there was a portal there, there would be some sort of magnetic or electric field that would prevent plant growth.
Right.
That sounds about right. People have ventured through the forest. Believe it's haunted because the branches on the trees, they look like they're moving with no breeze, I guess is what they're saying. Mm-hmm. So you're looking at it, there's no breeze, and the branches are swaying back and forth, which is creepy.
That would be creepy.
And I've seen pictures of it online. I'll probably put a picture up of it, but there's trees that grow and they're twisted. They go down and then up.
Oh, we've done a video about that before, the mare trees.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a demon is sitting on it or some sort of spirit of the forest. Yeah.
It causes them to become twisted.
Right. They also hear the voices of deceased loved ones as they walk through the forest.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
That's super creepy.
Yeah. That would be creepy. I mean, I've been in the forest before, and sometimes you get an eerie feeling every once in a while. I think I would run for the hills. I don't know. Some report shadow figures, dark mists, and finding human-like faces in their pictures as well. So...
that weren't there before they took the pictures.
Right. People also tend to feel watched and see strange lights. So, you've seen this. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but like they're like orbs that fly through the air, like in the forest or whatnot.
Well, some people attribute that to spirits, but others attribute that to UFOs, actually. And UFOs have been spotted in that forest since the 1960s. Though the government in that area, denies any kind of extraterrestrial activity, photographs taken there are really hard to dispute. There's a man, I forget his name, that captured photos of a UFO in the 60s, and then he became part of the mystery for a while there because when he passed away in the 90s, his photos disappeared.
Oh, I think I heard of him. He, I think what they said was the military was involved. It was this conspiracy among locals. I guess they said that the military was studying the place because of the UFOs and the aerial phenomenon and the UAPs.
Right.
So whatever information he had, pictures of creatures or UFOs or aliens or what have you, was taken before it could go public or it could be dispersed, you know?
And that makes sense since the government there already is denying anything being like different there.
Yeah, paranormal. They usually do that. An example of strangeness that occurred is some investigators went to the forest and they split off in two groups. One group was back at their camp. Some paranormal investigators, they were camping there to catch anything they could. And one group was camping at their camp, and the other group walked off down a trail, and they saw a old man walking in the forest, and they went to talk to him, and he had no water, no backpack, no tent, no provisions.
No provisions at all.
So they asked him, or he asked them how to get out of the forest. He was lost. And they told him there's a clear path of tires that go down the trail. They're like kind of buried in
Like
the dirt or whatever.
Trail marker tires.
Mm-hmm. And it's pretty easy to get out of the forest from there.
Right.
So he would have had to walk past the first group that were at the campsite. And they said they never saw him.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, he just disappeared. Which, no one can prove that, but that's just a example of the weird things that happen in this forest.
It's creepy.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention the forest being in Transylvania with
Dracula.
legends that swirl of vampires, werewolves, ghosts, and Bigfoot-like creatures. So lots of cryptids there and paranormal encounters. This forest seems super creepy and
that's just like the beginning. There's so much more about that place. It's crazy.
Right. So that definitely makes it one of the strangest locations. Hoya Forest, Romania.
Okay, bye y'all.
Bye.